Hey folks, welcome to Butterfly Bricks, hope you're all well. In today's video I'm discussing a few grumbles with the new Star Wars LEGO 501st Clone Trooper set. This is a very sought after set and it's almost like LEGO fan service, as it's a set that's been requested by Star Wars fans and of course M&R Productions too for ages. Now I'm really quite disappointed by this set. It is actually too expensive, and in this video I'll explain why it's not only a disappointment as a set, but why it should have been altered into perhaps two separate sets. I know this is not meant to be a battle pack, but essentially it is, and perhaps an actual battle pack style might have been better. If you think about the Inferno Squad one, or even the Bounty Hunter one, the stud shooters are annoying, but you get what you want. 4 figures and a small vehicle, and the best thing is the price. In Scotland and the rest of the UK, you can find battle packs in most stores for £10 or £12, and that's a fine price, especially if you want to amass a lot of figures for an army. I have the AT-RT set from 2013, which at the time was quite cheap. I got it for around £10. The Assassin Droid and the Droid Decal for me was the highlight, and Yoda was a great figure to get as well. And I wasn't really that fussed about the 501st Trooper. I could see the appeal, of course, and the Clone Wars show was very popular, but I liked the other figures more, and of course a blue 501st AT-RT was an excellent vehicle. I have long since broken it up, and my son has made use of it with his own version of RC from Toy Story with one of the parts. But thinking back to the AT-RT, and it was a very good representation of the actual vehicle in universe. If you look at pictures of what it's meant to be, then you can really see how accurate LEGO got it. LEGO did make it a bit too large in scale, but it was a good design overall. So, fast forward to the new 2020 set, and we'll look at the AT-RT from that, and I don't know about you, but it seems a bit of a backward step to me. Yes, the handlebar for the trooper to hold on to is a better design, and it doesn't come off easily. But the chin-mounted gun is way off. The 2013 version had this done perfectly. Why is this a stud shooter? It is a terrible choice here. My kids never use the stud shooters, and they look rubbish. The rest of the frame and the legs are almost identical to the 2013 version, and that's fine I suppose, as it was already a good design, but it's still too big in scale. You can of course articulate the legs like this, but they didn't try and give this more lateral movement options, maybe mixel joints or something really different. Look at how these things move in the show. This side to side movement is surely something that can be created with LEGO parts. Surely they could have updated the AT-RT design to reflect this. The 2013 version is clearly the benchmark to improve upon, especially with all the new parts we have these days. LEGO could have done something really different, and I really think this cannon choice is a major letdown. Look how much better this was in the old set. Not only that, but the front panels are way better in the 2013 version, much smoother look, which is what it looks like in real life, and in fact all the little details and greebling just seem to be better than the new one. And the new set has 2 bog standard battle droids, and that's fine I suppose, but a Droid Decal 2 would have been brilliant instead. LEGO could definitely have given us an updated version of this, or maybe even in a different colour scheme as well. Now, one of the chief reasons for purchasing this set is of course to amass a 501st clone army, and the 3 regular clone troopers are the best yet. The printing is excellent, and they come with proper blasters and not the stud shooters, which is fantastic, thank you LEGO. And the Jet Trooper, yes, like it, thank you LEGO for giving us something different, and they all have a tanned angry clone face, brilliant as well. So these figures, we're all agreed, are excellent, and they're what we want from LEGO. But check out this speeder, it's huge. Yes, it's a great design, I quite like it. But as with a few LEGO speeders over the years, it's bloody massive. It looks like a Coruscant flying car vehicle thing, not a speeder. Usually in the past they've made them big like this to accommodate a flick-fire missile, but this has daft stud shooters at the front. It's pointless, it doesn't need to be this big. And it's even more daft when you start comparing it to other things. Check it out next to the standard ATT, they're way out of scale. You could say that maybe I should be complaining that in fact the ATT is too small and LEGO should have never made them smaller, but look at the speeder compared to the tank. It's huge! The AT-RT is way too big too. It looks like it's meant to be an AT-ST here in comparison to the tank. Why have they made them so big? Especially as in the show, they're tootsie wee things that are meant to be nimble and small. They're meant to be a light vehicle that drops out the back of a gunship. It's not a tall, armoured walker. Now the Hasbro toy of exactly the same thing is spot on. This is what we should be getting from LEGO. Much smaller, the legs could be made much shorter, and the main body too. It's definitely possible. And LEGO have done it in the past. It should be something small like this. I think lots of fans are going to buy this regardless of the problems I've suggested. People want the figures, and that's also why I wanted the set. But to me, LEGO is fleecing us a bit here. This set is a whopping £25, which is basically double the price of a regular battle pack. And yes, there is enough stuff here for a £25 set, but maybe they should have released 2 separate sets. That would have been a great idea, especially as there's also Anakin's Jedi Fighter and a blue ATT with the Ahsoka figure. So a few more clone sets to coincide with Series 7 of the Clone Wars show ending would have been a nice send-off. But LEGO should have made a standard 501st battle pack with the 3 clone troopers and with 1 jet trooper. A small speeder would have been fine as a vehicle, something like the one that came with the Mandalorian set. Then they should have released another set with an AT-RT, an improved, smaller version, with a Captain Rex figure. That would have been much more effective as a sales strategy as well. Army builders would be satisfied with a cheaper £10-12 battle pack to create 501st Legions, and they buy loads of them. And then you can make a really special AT-RT set with decent minifigures, especially with Rex, and maybe 2 Droidekas or Umbaran soldiers, or even General Krell. That would be way better. We could have had a fantastic set instead. But no, we have an expensive set with a giant speeder, which I reckon no one cares about, and an AT-RT that is clearly a step back in terms of design. Worst of all though, LEGO know fine well that this set is very desirable, and that's exactly why they've done this. It's double the price of a regular battle pack, and the price will not come down for ages, so you're going to have to pay full whack for this set to get the figures, and that's if you can find it in any shops, especially in North America. We're quite lucky in Europe that the new sets have appeared on schedule, but in the US and Canada there are severe shortages, which is a real shame. So let me know what you think of my idea of 2 separate sets. Would you have liked to have seen that as well instead, or do you think this is the best thing since sliced bread? What do you think of the AT-RT? Am I just complaining about nothing, or do you agree too that it's a step back in terms of design? Please let me know in the comments. I'm still finding my feet with YouTube, and I really appreciate it if you made it this far. Please think about subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notifications so you don't miss a thing, especially if you like videos like this one, or simple mocks, money saving tips, and how-to videos. So yeah, check out some of my other videos here, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!